Military, Boston Center. Just had a report that American 11 is still in the air and it's on its way heading towards Washington.
Okay, American 11 is still in the air?
Yes,
on its way towards Washington?
There was evidently another aircraft that hit the tower. That's the latest report we have.
Okay.
I'm going to try to confirm an ID for you, but I would assume he's somewhere over either New Jersey or somewhere further south. Okay,
so American 11 isn't the hijack at all then, right?
No, he is a hijack.
American 11 is a hijack?
Yes.
And he's going into Washington?
This could be a third aircraft.
To Washington, where White House correspondent Bill Plant is standing by. Bill, what are you hearing on your end?
Brian, we're hearing that the president will have a statement to make shortly. He is in Florida this morning. He was supposed to do an educational event with children to push his education bill. We understand that that event has been canceled. There was a senior staff meeting here this morning. Nobody seems quite to know exactly what's going on. The National Security Council said earlier that it had heard nothing unusual. This was after the first airplane impact. We will hear from the president, we think, very shortly to hear what he has to say and see what, if anything, they know about this, which appears to be so deliberate.
Bill, I asked Jim this earlier, and again, I apologize if you're not in a position to shed any more light on it, but do you know whether or not officials there at the White House had been forewarned that there was an imminent attack or there was a heightened sense of alert? We're aware there had been for some time a heightened sense of alert throughout the Mideast, but I'm talking about domestically.
Well, we do know that there has been a heightened sense of alert. We do know that there have been a number of threats. There are always threats received. They have tended to take them recently a bit more seriously. But it does not appear, and I hesitate to make this for certain, but it does not appear that they had any advance warning that anything was going to happen today.
132 to Manhattan.
Yes, call Manhattan.
132 to Manhattan.
Okay.
We're in Manhattan. You have any special instructions?
What unit was this again, Ken?
132 to Manhattan. You have any special instructions?
Okay, third aircraft hijack heading towards Washington. No. Okay, American Airlines is still airborne. 11, the first guy, he's heading towards Washington. Okay, I think we need to scramble Langley right now, and I'm gonna take the fighters from Otis and try to chase this guy down if I can find him. Yeah. You sure? Okay, he's heading towards Langley, or I should say Washington. American 11, the original guy, he's still airborne. We're still getting a. We're getting a position. Got a position. A couple of hijacks on the real world. Gotta go. All right, they are.
Okay. Foxy, scramble Langley, head him towards the Washington area.
Roger that.
Could be American.
Hold on a second.
We're trying to get a code on this guy right now. We do have a tail number. It's a. What was the tail number? November 334 Alpha Alpha. If we can find him, we're trying to get the mode. We're trying to get position on this guy. So then we'll run on him. Yep. Okay. Bye. Okay.
New York City airports are closed. We're just learning from our NBC internal file, as well as for our New York viewers who are familiar with this, the Lincoln Tunnel is closed as well.
Well, the Lincoln Tunnel was once the target of a terrorist plot, so it would make sense to to shut that down. We know that a terrorist organization at one point about 10 years ago was thinking of attacking the Lincoln Tunnel. This obviously is a coordinated.
We're only on cable. I think we're off the air. That's what they were just saying. They knocked out the transmission. We have that. That's channel 2.
That's a good sized jet to hit the second time.
Israelis could kill everyone over there. They got the manpower, they got the bomb, they got everything.
Loosen the reins.
Yeah, let them do their thing.
Wow.
Let them do it.
Didn't George W.'s father have the chance to go all the way when we went to war? To go, just go right in and
the Bushes don't have the chutzpah. They don't have the balls.
Notice they didn't do this when Reagan was
no. You need a guy who didn't grow up rich.
Guy who can
guy
bomb
like me who will bomb things because he's angry. I love to bomb.
I mean, part of that was you got to remember the UN and the whatever the writs of war that they had said it was to get Iraq out of Kuwait, and that was it.
Yeah, Bush pulled the plug. He had one more day, and he could have finished the whole job.
Oh, no question.
His calculation was that he'd rather
worldwide sentiment would be against us. Blah blah.
And
blah.
also, he'd rather keep that guy in office than have some other guy take over.
Yeah, because the guys behind him supposedly are worse.
Steel cup on Manhattan. Steel cup head. Let's mix it off. All units in Manhattan, stand by for a mixer off message. Go ahead. Steel cup. Steel cup, request to send the rest of the fire upon the chaplain.
Out at 93, starting to pick up some light shop at 35. Any ride reports?
The first complaint I'd had, and United 93, contact the Cleveland Center now.
Middletown 69, and a quick question.
33.07.
Battalion of Brooklyn. Staten Island to Manhattan.
All right, all units stand by and let surgeon. Manhattan Mobile Command Unit.
The tower, there's an evidently very intense fire that's underway, and I suspect that's part of the reason why you still see very large chunks of the building raining down. Across, I'd say, a good 10 city blocks, New York City blocks from that North Tower, there's a parking lot which I'm right over. There are cars on fire that evidently got hit by debris, and these cars are just burning untended to the ground. There's one completely engulfed in flames, and mind you, this is quite a distance from this first building, and those fires began right after the first explosion, and then just got exacerbated by this second one a few minutes.
My God, there's another explosion. Okay, get that.
FieldCom, urgent.
Go ahead, FieldCom. Go ahead, FieldCom.
All right, FieldCom, number 1 World Trade Center. The 103 floor, southwest corner and northwest corner. Reported to be 100 people overcome at that location. Repeating, World Trade Center, 103rd floor, northwest corner. Reported to be 100 people in that location. Also, Ladder 3 is reporting. On the 35th floor, going up on the stairwells, they got numerous injuries from burns occupied in the stairwells at this time. FieldCom received?
FieldCom received.
Yeah, Dominic, go ahead.
This is no different than Pearl Harbor.
Absolutely.
That's right.
There'll definitely be a war, but you're looking at the wrong country. This comes out of Palestine.
Of course.
Not out of Iraq.
Oh, I don't know. We don't know anything, so.
No,
we didn't say
We
that.
didn't say anything about Iraq.
But do you see the way that plane goes into the building?
Yeah, those guys are happy to die for their Allah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now the
Those are
question
some
is,
crazy people.
Encourage it. Your parents encourage
Well,
your
that's what I say.
sons
How do you
to kill
negotiate
themselves.
with people like that? You can't.
No, it's really, and also the whole argument about whether Israel should be there or not is ridiculous.
And
They're
should
there.
drag Jesse Jackson back here and pummel him for even talking with that Yasser Arafat.
now, do you think the plane was full of people?
I'm hoping.
No, I don't think so.
Well, they said if it was a hijack plane, probably
oh,
was.
right,
What do they
right.
care who else is on the plane?
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Langley Command Post. This is Huntress with an active air defense scramble for quit 25 and 26. I repeat, an active air defense scramble for quit 2526. Scramble immediately. Time 1324. Authenticate Bravo X-ray. Scramble on a heading of 010. Flight level 290. Contact Huntress on frequency 234.6 at backup 364.2. Do all parties acknowledge with initials. Langley Command Post. Langley Tower, Command Post. Heading 010, primary 234.6. Yes, sir. 364.2.
Okay, no proposed copy.
All right, Giant Killer, copy. All right, Command Post, if you have any questions, just give me a call on the landline. Okay.
Again, this is all speculative, Bill, but are officials there working on the assumption that two planes crashing in the Twin Towers 18 minutes apart on a clear day, not an accident?
Hard to believe that they would think otherwise, but at the moment they seem just as mystified as we are. And as I said before, we do expect a statement from the president, who is down in Florida, sometime within the next few minutes.
It's about 20 minutes later after the crash. Everybody's in the street.
Yeah. Stock was 90 heading to Stewart United up there descending, and use your control back with respect up to the airway.
United 93, Cleveland 13337.
13337, good day, United 93.
I want to remind our viewers as well that President Bush has just learned of this tragedy. He was at an event in Sarasota, Florida. I believe he was reading to children at the time, pushing his education plan. He has now cut short that trip. He canceled his event. He will be making a statement very shortly, and then he will be leaving for Washington. So we are monitoring that as well, and we'll bring that to you as soon as we can.
Well, I was trying to get on the Williamsburg. They closed it down, so I tried to get onto the Williamsburg and the ramp, and I turned my car down a one-way street, and I got to the stop sign, and I saw one tower on fire. I said, oh my God.
The north one there?
The bigger one.
Yeah.
The one that's higher up. And then I saw a plane behind it with a helicopter following it, and it was way too low and too close. It was going over the river. It was way too low.
Like the East River or the Hudson?
The Hudson.
Yeah.
And he was coming from behind the tower when there was a helicopter trailing him. And then by the time I got here, it was 2 minutes. And then as I'm pulling down the street, the 1010 wind said, we heard another explosion. Did anybody tell us that was on a plane?
See, I was having coffee on Humboldt Street in the back. And all of a sudden I heard I don't know, about half hour, 20 minutes ago, whenever it was, I heard like this bang. I'm like, wow.
Well, I saw that.
And I thought it was lightning.
Yeah.
Or thunder. And then it's like, I looked around and I go, that's weird. And then I got out and drove and I saw that.
Thing. I pull up and they said there was another explosion. Somebody said, I think that was debris from the first tower.
Yeah.
And they said, you sure it wasn't another plane? Could you confirm it wasn't another plane? By the time I pulled up, I put two together. And as soon as I walked up, some guy said, a second plane just with the other tower. And I said, my God. I wonder if that's the plane I saw. The thing was flying way too low. And why would a helicopter be trailing?
Right.
You know?
Holy fucking shit.
Morning, Cleveland. It's United 93 with you, 350. Just some light stop here at 35. Any ride reports? No, just a little light shop, nothing worse than that, United 93.
Center. We're going to go right now, bring in Rose Arce, one of our producers here at CNN. She's with us on the phone and has with her a number of people who have escaped the building. Rose.
Yes, there's a huge crowd, I'd say about hundreds of people on the streets that come from south to north. I've been really thousands of people that have been running from inside these buildings. You know, it's a very heavily trafficked area in downtown, the World Trade Center. Many of them were inside the building when they felt the explosion. And they say there was just pandemonium. There was no warning, no alarms, no anything. Everyone just raced from their desks, ran downstairs, and now there's a steady stream of folks running away from the building. Some people saying that they're fearing there'll be another explosion, and when they saw the second plane, convinced that this was dangerous, there's just an absolute flood of folks escaping downtown Manhattan right now.
217 to Manhattan, out of 47 Manhattan.
Ladder 47.
On your frequency, relocate to ladder 6.
10-4, you're calling.
To give you a couple of updates on the situation, a senior government official has said that the agency, the FBI, is pursuing reports that one or both of the planes were hijacked and the crash is the result of a suicide mission. That comes on the heels of last Friday's warning from the State Department about possible terrorist attacks and in specific reference to Osama bin Laden. Now we are also learning that through WNBC that airports and the Lincoln Tunnel have been closed. It says airports plural. I don't know if that means all three of the New York City airports. I would presume it does. That would be Newark, LaGuardia, and JFK Airport. The Lincoln Tunnel, which extends from New Jersey to Manhattan, is closed. President Bush appears to have canceled his event.
The actual plane is inside the building.
All right, Unicorn, you're unreadable. Okay, what's your message? All right, any other Unicorn?
Saturday to Manhattan.
Hey, Italian.
Which ain't that fine?
I want you to stand by. Battalion 8, you proceed.
Battalion 8, which tower are you on?
Battalion 8, you're going into number 1 World Trade Center, okay? Number 1 World Trade.
Okay, right now what we're running with out there is 2 by 0 by 2 by gun per Langley. 2 gang and two tanks. Okay, also we have the Panther 4-5, 4-6, 0 by 2 by 2 by gun, 3 tanks.
Get into a tail chase on this American.
Let me give you another hit.
Towards Washington.
3 tanks, affirmative. Plus I have more aircraft available to me if I need it from the south there. Okay, also I have a tanker, Maine 8-5. Okay, got tanker. I have additional tankers out of McGuire, KC-10s, team call sign. I'm not sure on the numbers. 2-2 and 2-3, 2 KC-10s. I'm sticking them in Whiskey 107. Yeah, and did you get the word that Langley got scrambled?
Go ahead, sir.
Yes.
Okay, we couldn't find the position on the airplane.
We just got scrambled about 2 minutes ago. No, that's... Okay.
FO says forget the tail chase, even though we couldn't find him.
Yeah, great. That's great.
Yes, give me the sticks, Phil.
All the units going Manhattan.
Brooklyn to Manhattan.
All right, Brooklyn units going Manhattan.
Brooklyn dispatch, urgent. People trapped 5 World Trade on the 80 floor. 3 World Trade. That's the 101 floor and the 102 floor. Manhattan receive?
That's the 10-4. Received and acknowledged.
10-4.
Banana field com.
Undo it.
And Rose, do you have anybody with you that could talk about being inside the World Trade Center when this happened?
Right now, honestly, there are scores of people that are literally running by me. There's debris on the base of the building that has continued to fall, as you know, even as far as a block away from the building. And what's happened is that everyone seems to have figured out that there's ongoing danger, and there's just a stream of folks running as quickly as they can uptown away from this.
Understandably, what about rescue efforts? I would imagine there's still a number of people inside those buildings.
Well, right now what you see is there's trucks trying to get through, and people have actually jumped from the crowd and are trying to help direct traffic to try to get emergency vehicles there. There is no traffic going in the other direction, but because of the flow of people, it looks like some emergency vehicles are actually having trouble getting to the scene.
And from where you're standing, is there any kind of command center, any place that people are being directed toward?
Right now, what there is there's a crush of emergency vehicles and rescue vehicles, but they don't seem to be quite organized in any direction. There's fire department vehicles on the one side where you see the smoke coming out of the building. On the other hand, you see groups of police officers trying to organize the crowd in a more orderly fashion. I think there seems to be some fear on their part that such a huge crowd of people might injure each other on the way out.
All right, Rose Arcee on the ground there near the World Trade Center. We continue our coverage.
Back up! Back up! Let's go! Keep going! Keep going!
Wow.
I've never seen anything like it.
This is the most catastrophic
Does anyone else
thing.
kind of feel
Since
like,
Pearl Harbor.
Yes.
You feel inside like almost scared?
Yeah. Yes.
Almost.
Scared and sad.
I am.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for whoever's in that freaking building. If anyone's stuck on top, forget it.
That's the weirdest thing about working in this city is that New York is always we're always a target.
I know.
Giuliani said that he's made this city terror-free, less deaths than ever before in any administration.
Well, he meant from each other.
You're not going to blame him for this.
What does Giuliani get to do with this?
What are you talking about, Dominic?
Well, but the point is that you have no control over any of this.
This can happen anywhere.
You would have to treat everything like the World Trade Center and the Statue of Liberty like a military base. You'd have to put planes around it.
Already.
That's the field comp.
Congratulations.
God, maybe we should go downstairs. Maybe there's going to be another plane.
But now let me ask you something. Now the World Trade Center has a sprinkler system, right? So that it's not going to be able to.
Well, that ain't going to do anything.
Well, that's for regular fires, not an explosion.
This is an airplane driving right into the building.
You know how much fuel is on a plane?
Exactly.
They have no
loaded with jet fuel.
So there's nothing that can be done then.
No. Listen, when they build it, they don't plan on planes driving into it.
No.
Well,
they don't.
This was a movie. Would you believe it?
No, I mean, it'd be great special effect.
Dude, see, I thought this was going to happen on Y2K. That's why I stayed home. And you should have seen when the fireworks came out. I was having like
you knew. Well, you know what? This is our worst nightmare. You knew this was going to happen one day, and it's happened.
Well, it's because we never settle anything.
You know what? Right. I got to tell you, and we don't face the fact that and I'm not saying it's the Arabs who did this. I don't know yet, but I'm guessing the Arab world has to be taught a lesson that we are the boss, and you are going to be our dogs, and you have got to be spanked.
Will you do me a favor, please?
Yeah.
Will you not be the leader of these thoughts right now?
Yeah, it's true. And I'm not being the leader of the thoughts. I'm saying I don't know who did it yet. It could have even been one of our own people.
Could have been the guy that could have been the Peru guy, like that.
No, it could have even been
like the Oklahoma.
Yeah, it could have been like one of our own people. It could have been one of our own people. But you want to know something?
So we're going to do one pass right next to the shoreline, see if we can spot Shane. So if you guys be on the starboard, kind of look for him. Roger that. I'm up on the boat deck looking.
United 93 checking in 350. United 93 350, roger. Girl. Are they taking the Philadelphia stuff that's airborne already, or?
If it's airborne, they're supposedly taking it, so I'm taking it until they shut me off.
Okay, all right.
Live with the live pictures as we go.
And we're just now getting word again from the Associated Press now saying that the crash of these two aircraft into the towers of the World Trade Center in New York appear to be an act of terrorism. This, they are quoting a U.S. official. They did not say which department of this U.S. official was speaking from, or the authority this official was actually carrying at this particular point, but they're saying that a U.S. official is now saying to the Associated Press, it is official, well, he is saying at least, that these two aircraft crashes we've seen into each of the towers of the World Trade Center are the act of terrorism.
South Tower, what's your location? We're at the command post out in the street on 128.
5915. Go ahead, Ian. I just got a report from the director of Morgan Stanley. 78 seems to have taken the brunt of the stuff. There's a lot of bodies. They said the stairway is clear all the way up, though. All right, 10-4, Scott. What floor are you on? 48 right now. All right, keep walking. We're coming up behind you.
I can't believe there's not jets, or some kind of defense just out ready to defend it.
No, it takes a while before.
It's closed. They said it's sterile.
Yeah, everything. Probably there's nothing in the air, so if anything is in the air, it's going to get shut down.
Darren?
And in fact, as you mentioned, President Bush is in Florida today. We're supposed to have an education event just minutes from now. That has been canceled. Our Major Garrett is traveling with the president. Major, maybe you can tell us a little bit more on the president's immediate plans.
Good morning, Darren. President Bush, as you said, will make a statement here at Emma E. Booker Elementary School in Sarasota on the catastrophe at the Twin Towers in New York. Following that statement, the President will board Air Force One and return immediately to Washington. We are told by White House officials traveling with the President in Sarasota that he was notified either shortly before 9 a.m. or just shortly after. We don't have an exact moment of the notification of the President. We believe his Chief of Staff, Andrew Card, told him of the events in New York City. The President has been monitoring them as best as he can. He was, at one moment this morning, sitting reading a book to some of the elementary school children here as scheduled. Reporters asked him if he was aware of the situation in New York. He nodded a bit gravely and said he would have something to say about that shortly.
On the Unicorn.
Car 9 to Manhattan.
Car 9, your message.
This is Chief Barbara. Have all of the units responding to number 2 World Trade Center report in front of number 1 World Financial Center, which is on the corner of West and Liberty. All units coming into number 2 World Trade Center.
That's 10-4.
Mark, we're getting some word now on where the president was when this happened. We're learning from the Associated Press that President Bush was apparently reading to children in a classroom in Sarasota, Florida, when his Chief of Staff, Andrew Card, mentioned something about this to in his ear. The president briefly saw him before he returned reading, according to the wires, asked what he knew about the planes. The president is quoted as saying, "I'll talk about it later." No doubt we're going to be hearing, I would assume very shortly, from someone at the White House, and no doubt we'll also be hearing from the State Department and the Pentagon, which will apparently have some reaction to what's going on.
It doesn't. It sure doesn't look like it. It doesn't feel like.
One thing seems like
it doesn't feel like it. Right.
One thing seems like an isolated incident. Two things seems like a well-planned.
Oh, clearly.
You know,
Yeah.
and
people over there aren't thinking rationally.
But it was a
They never have.
They never have. It's,
And to sit down and try to talk to them is crazy.
mostly the Arab
That's
countries.
as crazy as they are.
The oil-rich Arab companies don't take in the Palestinians. They don't want them. And you know, if this is a case of that, it's time to end the misery for the world.
See, I don't think the airport's checking off anyway. I mean, you can get,
if somebody hijacks a plane and drives it, how you know?
Yeah, when
how are
they
you
put
going to
a gun
prevent
to
that?
your face, you do what they say.
No, I'm saying, how do they get a gun onto the plane?
Plastic guns?
What did you say?
I was coming outside of my apartment in the morning and I heard a loud buzzing. I looked up, plane's like maybe 100 feet up, went straight, or more than 100, and just crashed. The first plane hit there, blew up. 10 minutes later, I'm standing around looking, and another plane, I didn't see it, but I heard it, same noise, the buzzing, and just crashed into the second building.
You saw both of them?
I saw the first one. The second one I heard it and exploded in people's witnesses.
What did the first plane look like?
It looked like a passenger jet, a huge 747 one.
What just happened right now? Were you up? Were you closer?
Oh, well, I was closer and they just told everybody to move back because the building might be collapsing and there might be another plane coming to hit the building.
Attention all units responding into 5th Alarm, number 2 World Trade Center. You to respond to number 1 Financial Center, West Street and Liberty Street. Repeating, all units going into number 2 World Trade Center for the 5th Alarm. You to respond to West Street and Liberty Street in front of number 1 Financial Center.
We are expecting that statement any moment now. I can tell you here in Sarasota, with those traveling with the president, they are trying to sift through all of the amazing and terrifying both pictures and details as they can get them from New York City, but no confirmation here from White House officials about what this in fact is, whether it's accident or terrorism. They are trying to gather information as best they can, give it to the president, and trying to keep things on a very calm and even keel if possible.
And on that note, Major, it sounds like that exchange of questions with the president came at what would be a sensitive time if he was sitting in front of a bunch of school children and not wanting to scare the children.
Well, precisely, and the president has a way of letting reporters know that it's either an appropriate time or an inappropriate time to take questions. He does that in many different environments, many different situations. Clearly this morning with the crowd of children, he wanted to keep an even keel, keep the situation under control as best as possible. He just nodded and said, we'll talk about this later.
United 1522. United 93, that traffic for you is 1 o'clock, 12 miles eastbound 370.
Negative contact, we're looking, United 93.
Yeah, that's she's right. It did kind of turn.
Police helicopter.
Did you say a helicopter followed the second one? No. It came in like this, like she said, and then it turned like that. So
the boat on that bridge right there,
right into
you could have seen the plane when it turned and it went right into it on the side. You see, we can see like the triangle from here moving on to the other side.
But the first one, was it an airline?
Another airplane too, but it was.
No, was it a big airplane? Looked small?
The one that hit the second time took the picture.
Yeah. So that doesn't look like, that hole in that northern tower doesn't look like a small airplane.
They had to be.
I think they were both airliners, and that's the second one was definitely an airliner. I've never seen anything so horrible in my life. You saw it. I saw the second one.
Hi, this is Huntress calling. I was told to give you a buzz for our mission crew commander. Any information? I guess 3 aircraft out of Boston are missing, and apparently 2 of them have hit the World Trade Center, and 1 is en route to Washington. Did you get that information? Yes. American 11 is not the aircraft that crashed. It is still airborne. Did you get that information? That's what we just found out. We don't know where it is, though. It's headed towards Washington was the last known information.
Washington better get on the move.
Right. And I don't know, but somebody's got to get the president going. This is not good.
They better start looking for this guy.
We just went up. I'm not going to say too much right now, but I want to give you a heads up. Do you have any information, though, where American 11 is or anything?
See, this guy, Boston is the only one giving us any kinds of decent freaking input.
Just want to say one more thing, too. Washington, I don't know if they don't think this is serious or not, but they are not, unless they hear from, like, the centers. If you could give them a heads up and let them know that this is Washington Center. They're not really, not at all. Okay, sir?
We've got to get a point out on that American Airlines.
We got Langley scrambled.
Boston's
they got him?
Washington right now.
I don't know if he's on him yet.
Well, vice versa. I just talked to them.
And I'd have the president airborne, wherever. What's up?
Boston has no clue where they are, and he's going to let Washington Center know that this is very serious.
Good.
Because nobody's actually serious in there. So,
hey.
This American Airlines is supposed to head towards UC. Okay. Right.
I get our lat long. Anybody good at math? Take our last lat long, and they were doing 290 knots.
Did you get the third?
Headed towards Washington. The Z point. That was the American Airlines one. No, our first Z point. Yeah, that was the American Airlines. That was our lat long on him.
John Bussey, have you anything to add at this point?
Yeah, Mark, those flames on the North Tower are getting yet more intense. They are about half the building wide where the hole is. I can see them. Presumably, they're also behind the remaining piece of wall in the building.
This is the tower that was hit first, John?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Go ahead.
So those flames are getting more and more intense, so they now have a massive fire on their hands as well. I'm across the street underneath that tower in the World Financial Center, just across West Street, for those who know New York. We're in buildings that Amex, Merrill Lynch, Oppenheimer use as offices and headquarters, and they've been evacuating these buildings as well, though they have been basically undamaged by these explosions. When the explosion happened, I was outside, and the debris moved south. The explosion somehow seemed to blow material southward down the island of Manhattan.
And some of that material, John, I noticed was sort of research and papers from Cantor Fitzgerald coming out of... Now, I know that Cantor Fitzgerald...
Right. John and Maria, I'm going to interrupt you for just a moment.
It's just a gaping hole in the side of the building. You can hear everything just crackling and popping from the heat of the fire. Even from out here, we're out on the Hudson now. It's really I mean, look at the trail. The trail of smoke just goes all the way out. This is really incredible. It's very somber, very sad.
All right, where were you and what'd you see?
I was downstairs at the World Financial Center. We didn't see the first thing hit, saw the explosion, saw the glass coming down, saw the fire. We were sitting there watching, saw the second plane come in, came in low, directly into the center of the second building, right through.
Clearly looked like an attack.
I don't know if I would have done it. It definitely was. It looked intentional because it came in low and aimed for the center of the. It looked like it aimed for the center of the building.
What's going through your mind when you see a plane crash into the World Trade Center?
All I was thinking about at the time was I was worried about the people. You started seeing some really disturbing things. Some people trying to get out of the building and by jumping.
You saw people jump.
I did see people jump. I personally saw about 6 people, and I think that's when I was done, and I had to get away.
What's your name?
Keith Goldstein.
It's going to be on tactical channel, and channel 6 has been designated a command channel and open. Right now, all I have in this building is 4 trucks and 2 engines.
It's definitely terrorism. I mean, what else would it be? 2 planes. The second plane, Kelly, you could see it. It turned to hit it.
Lockburn 89.
Lockburn.
Are you watching the tag 5-1 out there?
Yes, I am. I guess you did right hand turn back.
They're going to right turn back. We'll have to reroute. We'll just put them in back to direct St. Louis, and they can put in whatever they want, just so we can hand them off back.
Marine.
Yeah,
if Air Canada continues this climb, can you take them climb to 35 or 39?
Doesn't
look like it.
No, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look good.
Thanks.
Somebody call Cleveland.
Roger, American 1060 with you. We're 370. We're slowing due to the delays possible going eastbound.
That's American 1060.
Lorraine Patterson to 99. Contact Chicago Center 124. Center American 1060.
Yeah. You got United 93. United 93.
South Chardonnay
Yeah.
has descended. Lorraine Patterson to 99.
What's that?
I just saying, it looked like he descended
I
there.
don't think so. United 93, verify 350. United 93, verify your flight level 350.
Avon 16 Mike Fox Center 39-8 for 410.
Number 16 Mike Fox, roger. United 93, verify your level of 350. United 93, Cleveland. United 1523, Cleveland. United 1523, turn 20 degrees right.
20 right, United 1523.
United 93, Cleveland. United 93 at the Air Cleveland Center, ident, please.
Like about 10 minutes ago, you can see all the way through to the back wall of the right one. The northern one? Yeah.
It's sad to hear people talking about it too. Thousands of people have just died.
It's cut off on the battle part of the floorways with the fire.
Tell me about it. I'm looking up. It's so weird because I'm looking down at the street below me. Okay.
Can you bring it up? Dynamite.
Fire's out of control.
God bless those people. Bye. There's another person. Oh my God. Okay, when they hit the ground, they're not even describable anymore as people.
No, they just almost disintegrate.
Shortly before the crash into the World Trade Center. Let's go to Florida. President Bush has a statement.
Down in front. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a difficult moment for America. I unfortunately will be going back to Washington after my remarks. Secretary Rod Page and Lieutenant Governor will take the podium and discuss education. I do want to thank the folks here at Booker Elementary School for their hospitality. Today, we've had a national tragedy. 2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country. I have spoken to the Vice President, to the Governor of New York, to the Director of the FBI, and have ordered that the full resources of the federal government go to help the victims and their families, and to conduct a full-scale investigation to hunt down and to find those folks who committed this act. Terrorism against our nation will not stand. And now, if you join me in a moment of silence. May God bless the victims, their families, and America. Thank you very much.
We've been watching President Bush, who was down in Florida for what was supposed to be an educational event. Instead, he is racing back to Washington as we speak.
George Washington, all the tunnels are closed.
U.S. officials are saying this is an act of terrorism. Let's go now to our David Inzor, who's on the phone right now, and give us some more information on what may be at stake there. David.
Well, Leon, I can just tell you that U.S. officials are also telling me that this is clearly not an accident in their view, and they do believe that terrorism is at the root of this. They believe this is a terrorist act. However, they have very little other information. Obviously, law enforcement agents, who was flying the planes, whether they had in fact been turned away from their regular flights, and so on. So very little information.
David, we're going to cut you off. President Bush is speaking.
Units debris fall down.
For this.
Yeah, first you can't declare war until you know who did it.
Yeah. I can think of some people to declare war on, though.
Right, yeah, I mean...
In general.
We can all come up with a list of candidates.
Yeah, we could use this as an excuse.
It's not something you do lightly, though.
Coordinated this had to be.
I know. So coordinated. This is, you know...
This is not the
This is what we've all known is going to happen.
We're all saying we've been lucky this hasn't happened before.
It was either going to be the Midtown Tunnel or one of these big targets, and someone was going to blow it up, and now they've done it.
Did I see it? No, I was supposed to be on the 82nd floor for a 9 o'clock meeting, and I was about 10 minutes late to get there. And they're telling me now that planes were going through the 82nd floor area. So I guess I was kind of covered by somebody up above. There's no way. I mean, I'm late for the meeting. Somebody told me to be that way. There's no meeting. There's no meeting.
This guy's got something to say. And your name, sir?
Steve. Steve Hausch.
Hausch?
Yeah, Steve Hausch.
Spelling? Hausch?
H-A-U-S-C-H. I just, oh man.
I'd say go with both. Attention all companies operating at the fifth alarm for both World Trade Centers. The elevators, the Port Authority reports the elevators on the number 44 floor is about to come down. For all companies operating at number 1 and number 2 World Trade Center at the fifth alarm, do not use the elevators. They're about to come down as for the Port Authority on the number 44 floor. Fieldcom, receive that urgent?
Just hang in there. Just breathe slowly through the towel. You breathing through the towel? Everything's fine. Everybody's fine. Everybody's very calm. Everything's going to be fine. You have to stay calm. Everybody here is calm. I promise you. You girls don't even know because they're in school. Your parents are here. They're very calm. Just keep your head straight. Okay, do you see smoke by the window? The fire department wants to... You can't see?
Do we see smoke by the windows? The fire department wants to know. No smoke by the window.
No smoke by the window. Listen carefully. As a last resort, break the window as small as possible just to get a little air in. Okay, but you follow?
Yeah.
Okay, how so?
They said the last resort we should open the window just a little bit to get some air in.
Can you open the window or you have to break it? Yeah.
Huh? You have to break it.
Yeah. Okay, Shimmy.
Yeah.
Break the window.
Break the window.
As little as possible. Just get a little air. Just get a little air. Okay. If you're running out of air,
we're running out of air, we should do that. Okay.
Billowing out of the building and how the other building is occluded. And everybody from this vantage point is, as Mr. Russo is saying, looking at it in horror, looking at it in fear, worried about yourself, I imagine. Where were you, sir?
Right underneath it. Right underneath the Trade Center when it hit. Second one, both of them hit. We ran like hell all the way up here.
Did you happen to look up?
Yeah, we seen the second one run right into it. We're unloading the truck. We got right out of there. Scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Didn't think it was that loud. Didn't feel that it was...
We were there. It was loud. I'm going to tell you that. We were right there for both of them, and it was loud.
Windows coming down off the building.
It's the hoist and the Hindenburg disaster. The more photos you get, the more they'll live.
Manhattan Ladder 21K.
SEALCOM to Manhattan.
SEALCOM.
Repeat that urgent.
As for the Port Authority, the elevators in the number 444, that's 44, are about to come down. Keep all members out, number 1 and number 2 World Trade.
10-4.
Okay, what happened here? I'm working the top of 11 Hanover here, and as we on the scaffolds up here, we start our day. The first aircraft, it appeared to be an accident to me. The first explosion, and then everything erupted. The building went in flames on the left-hand side from where I was standing. Okay, the second plane approached the building after I came in and let you guys know. The second plane, I went back upstairs, and the second plane flew directly into the right side of the building, hit head-on shot right into the side of the building. I mean, we have a huge hole. We have a lot of dead American people up here, and we need answers. We need answers now. We need answers from the president. We need answers from our government. We need to get to the bottom of this. We need to stop it right now. We have a lot of dead Americans up there. Okay, this is a tragedy.
Can't believe it, man. Your name?
My name?
Yeah.
My name is Dwight.
Dwight? Okay, Dwight.
Chef.
Chef?
Yes.
Okay, stand by, please. Okay, looks like I have everyone on here except Boston Center. This is the Air Traffic Command Center, the TMO on duty in the West area. I need to have all traffic management units do an inventory, basically an inventory of all airborne traffic. Ensure that you do not have any unusual situations or any aircraft that are not accounted for. If you have any unusual situations or unaccounted for aircraft, identify them and contact us here at the command center.
Return to John Bussey. I believe you were in the middle of telling us something when that happened.
Yes, the buildings across the street from the World Trade Center, which the Wall Street Journal is also housed, has Oppenheimer, American Express, Merrill Lynch, several brokerages use them as offices. These are being evacuated, and they're undamaged from what I can see.
You want me to go outside?
I'm looking up at the building, and there is still debris raining down. There are fire trucks, dozens and dozens, as you would imagine, but the fighters are having a hard time getting into the building, partly because there is so much debris that's coming down. As Maria noted, papers were blasted south out of the building, and I'm now looking out over West Street onto Liberty Street, which is right in front of the second building that was hit, the World Trade Center building that was hit, and it is virtually covered with papers. The parking lot across the street, there are cars on fire, chunks of metal everywhere. It just, it looks like you would imagine. So these fires continue to flame. Apparently, the fighters are just getting up there because these things are basically out of control and getting much, much worse.
Yeah, well...
They have no security here. It's a piece of cake for
Giant 7, you want me to realize? Yeah, Steve, tell people of Palmer they got reports that there's more planes in the area. We may have to pack down here. 747 Alpha to 7. Steve.
Tactical net back to Boston, FBI.
Head FBI is on.
Okay, we have two reports, preliminary information, believed to be American Airlines Flight 77 and Flight 11, collided with World Trade Center. Also a preliminary report, United Airlines Flight 175, off radar. No further information.
Okay, so that's American 77 and United 175?
That's correct.
Do we have their airport of origin on both of those?
Okay, back to FBI. It's American Flight 77. Second flight is 11. Those are the two aircraft believed to be involved with World Trade Center.
Route is reported as Dulles to Los Angeles for 77. Boston to Los Angeles for 11. United Airlines is not believed to be involved in World Trade Center at this time.
Okay, so it's American 77 and American 11?
That's correct.
American 11 was Boston to L.A.?
That's the report I've got.
Okay, and the other one was Dulles to L.A.?
Dulles to LAX.
I've got 2 flights here now. Second one's American Airlines 77.
Okay, so it's 77 and 11.
Dulles
That's affirmative.
to L.A.
The other report was regarding United 175. We had a report that it was off the radar.
The United Airlines was not involved.
Okay, is that, where was that United 175 from?
FAA Washington operation. We're getting conflicting reports on that FBI, on the 175.
Where did it go off radar? United 170.
Stand by, please. Back to FBI. I've got a report from FAA Eastern Region Air Traffic that have dropped off radar over Indiana.
And it's United 175?
Flying departure, quick 25 is with you on a 4.5 for 290 runway heading.
Quick 25 Norfolk approach, roger. Maintain flight level 230 for now. What heading would you like, sir? Quit 25. If you can, go eastbound. Heading, maintain flight level 230. Quit 25 Norfolk approach. How do you hear?
Quit 25, check. Norfolk, quit 25 is with you, climb 12,000 for 230.
Quit 25 Norfolk approach, roger. Loud and clear. How many?
I got you loud and clear now.
Quit 25, roger. Have your third man squawk 4600.
Will do.
Quit 25. You're going direct to the Langley 090 at 60. Is that where you're going?
Affirmative. That's what our second clearance was. We had an earlier clearance of a vector and an altitude.
Quit 25, roger. Giant Killer 256, quit 25.
Giant Killer.
Flight of 3, third man squawking right now. They are direct to the Langley 90 at 60, climbing at 230.
Radar.
Quit 25, contact Giant Killer on 238.1.
Copy, 238.1, quick push.
Bush there speaking in Sarasota, Florida, cutting short his stop there, saying that an apparent terrorist attack has occurred on U.S. soil. They're mentioning the 2 planes that have crashed into the World Trade Center this morning. Says a full-scale investigation is underway to hunt down those responsible for this, saying terrorism will not stand.
And Leon, on the heels of the president's remarks, CNN has learned that at least one of the planes involved in this hit on the World Trade Center was an American Airlines 767, a Boeing aircraft that took off from Boston. What happened to that airplane as it took off from Boston and how it ended up at the World Trade Center, our details will have to fill in as we go. But
Who's that calling?
Executive 956.
Executive 956, go.
We were just answering your call. We did hear that yelling too.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, we're just trying to figure out what's going on.
Hey, please sit down. Keep remaining sitting. We have a ball aboard. So,
Calling Cleveland Center, you're unreadable. Say again slowly.
15 roof. 15 roof. We got reports of another incoming plane. You may have to take cover, staying in the stairwell. 10-4.
World Trade Center 8 years later.
2 planes got smashed into the tower's minutes apart. The first coming about 8:50 this morning.
5 to 15 roof. That plane is ours. I repeat, it's ours. What floor are you on, Scotty? 54. All right, keep making your way up. We're behind you. 10-4.